comments and suggestions. Thank you for your attention.
That there is a two presentation that speaks about internal party democracy, and you have right. My colleague Amir Osmic will also speak about this topic, but maybe from another way of looking on that topic. This text that I'm going to tell you about is about internal party democracy in Bosnia and Herzegovina. And I will try to be as much short as it's possible here. Along with developed democratic conscience, internal party functioning based on democratic principles is prerequisite for political stability and regular unwinding of all political process. Consequently, the existence and functioning of democratic principles in the frame of internal party relations, freedom of action, as well as expression of personal opinion and party members' attitudes is closely tied to the functioning of democratic principles in a society as a whole. As a rule, parties that exist in Bosnia and Herzegovinian political system are vertically organized with strictly defined political party hierarchies. Highly centralized decision-making process leaves little room for innovation. In distinction from such practice, political parties in developed Western democracies are more decentralized, flexible, and often very open to new ideas. It is interesting to note that all Bosnian Herzegovinian political parties, regardless of their ideological orientation, national background, or any other platform determinant, are characterized by a strong sense of discipline, strictly defined hierarchy, and important role of a party leader. Along these lines, it is worth mentioning that the particularity of the relationship between party members and their leaders. As a rule, this relationship is devoid of all forms of critical awareness and agency, and it is characterized by unquestioning leaders' authority. First of all, examples of such political parties are SNDS and as Social Democratic Party. Shortly after revival of a multi-party system in Bosnia and Herzegovina in 1990s, it was revealed that oligarchic tendencies were developed with respect to political party organization and leadership. Larger Bosnian and Herzegovinian cities such as Sarajevo, Banja Luka, Mostar, first saw the rise of opposition parties that usually gathered intellectuals. Otherwise, political parties in Bosnia and Herzegovina used to be formed from the top, so as to later expand their membership, while narrow foundational structure maintained a certain monopoly on leadership roles. In this way, their authoritarian character was established with accentuated oligarchic tendencies. Through it all, party leadership retained very wide competencies, one of which was developed of a candidate list for local and general elections, generally known as the process of verification of the list by party leadership. This text gives attention to status of a few relatives Bosnian-Herzegovinian political parties from the viewpoint of decision-making structure and mechanisms, publicity and secrecy in operation, relationship between different party levels, and distribution of powers within the party that is actualized through internal party elections. In summary, it may be noted that Congress or Assembly is the highest decision-making body in all considered political parties, with competencies such as passing of the party program or party statute, nomination of the leading cadre, as well as making of other decisions of crucial importance for the party. I just want to say that president is the highest executive body in all mentioned parties, and he or she represents a party and affirms party interests. Lower or local party bodies are responsible to make decisions on local matters with commitment to strictly execute decisions from higher bodies. Local municipal, city, town bodies or cantonal bodies can usually participate in the procedure of nomination, but in the end, leadership that narrows round about leadership is something that is the main center of dealing with big decisions. Adoption of the law on political parties in Bosnia and Herzegovina should represent the first mechanism of legal regulation and subsequently democratization of political party activities on a wider social political basis. Owing to lack of political will to conduct reforms in this area, there is no legislature in force in Bosnia and Herzegovina to govern four noted points. Actually, the election law of Bosnia and Herzegovina is more focused on regulating the field of political party financing. In this sense, the law is inadequate to address much wider range of issues. Still, one of the items of the election law of BNH, more precisely Article 1.9, that should be codified level of internal party democracy and that accentuates precedence of the person over the collective that his party runs as follows. A mandate belongs to the elected office holder and not to the political party, coalition, or list of independent candidates, which nominated him or her on the candidates list. This provision was frequently applied in practice. For instance, political party members elected to the legislative branch of a party in different levels who subsequently withdraw from the party due to disagreements on certain issues with the party leadership structure maintained their seat in particular legislative branch in their capacity as independent representatives. Thank you for your attention.